What's good, everybody? Yo, we made it to episode 2. Look, no, because we've never done this back to back before. We've never done this back to back. Listen, okay, let's go ahead and bring in our other co-host, Jay True. Listen, we made it to episode 2, y'all.
Be excited.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
Oh my God, episode freaking 2.
Episode 2.
Back to back, not February, September.
Back to back. It's the excitement for me. The fact that you're getting this excitement.
I am. Consistency is key.
Consistency is key.
And I'm one of the most inconsistent mofos y'all know, bro. Don't do that. What's that chuckle mean?
Hey, what we talking about today? Self-toxic traits.
Listen, that ain't one of my toxic traits. Don't try to bring my traits out, okay? Talk about yourself.
Are we supposed to talk about ourselves and not each other? Oh, okay.
We can get to that. We can get to that.
Look, I might not be ready for this episode then.
Listen, y'all. So, welcome to episode number 2 of Sessions for Your Soul. Today, we're going to be talking about self-toxic traits. Not the traits of other people, but the crap that you harbor that is toxic as crap.
And by you, he means himself.
No,
and Jamari.
Wait a minute.
And not me.
Wait a minute.
Oh,
That's
what?
Self-toxic trait number 1. Fuego.
Anyway, all right. So for the first people that showed up, we got Troy in the building. We got my mama, Sister Bird, in the building.
Hi, thanks, Mom.
Come on, for being Sister Bird.
We also have Nick in the building.
Nick
What's up, Nick?
Yes, all right.
Y'all, episode number 2.
Episode 2.
So look, one thing that we're going to start doing in every episode is I want us to shout out every month a Black-owned company. So this month I want to shout out Sister Mixes and Sisters in the Mix, which is our friend Jessica and Farika.
Shout out to Jessica.
They have their own bartending service, as well as they have individual drinks that they sell. So go check them out on social media. Sister Mixes. I'm sorry. SISTA Mixes.
They need to change that to Sisters Will Get You Lit.
Listen. If you get more than 2 of these, make sure you got a designated driver.
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to tell you right now. You're going to need a designated driver. But check them out on social media. Medium is Sister, SISTA Mixes on Facebook and Instagram. And Sisters in the Mix for the bartending service. You will not be disappointed.
No,
so
you won't. And Jessica, whenever you need a test dummy to try out a new drink, please just call me. I'll make the drive.
I'm only a post stamp away.
You said what?
I'm only a post stamp away.
And he's so serious.
Yeah.
He's not joking at all. All right, y'all. So let's go ahead and jump right into this topic that I am nervous about.
I don't understand why be nervous. Why be nervous? Hey, David. Shout out to David for joining in. Hey, Chrissy. Shout out to you for joining in.
All right. Come on in the room.
So wait, I just want to address one thing before we start. No one realized that I started the episode without my do-rag or my shades. The fakeness.
No, I noticed.
The fakeness.
Why bring it up, though?
Because I bring up my do-rag and my shades every episode.
I don't really care about do-rag. It's the shades. We want to see your eye. Sir. I'll end this broadcast right now.
How you going to do that?
Okay, see, my mother is already support. Wait, Ma, what you mean you ordered it just for me? What you mean? What, Ma, you ain't supposed to be drinking. That don't mix well with your medication.
You in her business.
You're right. You grown.
You in her business.
You grown. All right, y'all. So let's go ahead and jump right into this topic. Self-toxic traits.
Ooh, yeah.
A lot of times we don't realize that we are actually the problem in darn near every situation. Whether it's relationships or at work or just in daggone general. You think it's other people? Nah, sis. Nah, bruh. It's you. So, what we trying to start at? I know y'all waiting to tell me what my toxic traits are. I'm nervous. I'm gonna have to step out the room.
Why you gotta step out the room?
I'm about to say you ain't got nowhere to go, bro.
I got a living room. I got a bedroom. I got a porch.
And your toxic trait's gonna be right there with you. Can we talk about it?
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Yes, please. Let's talk about it. Okay, so where do we start? What is a self-toxic trait you think that you have?
Well, let's talk about what toxic traits are. In my opinion, a toxic trait is anything that makes you difficult to deal with, difficult to deal with in general.
I like what Jesse just said.
What did he say?
What did you have to admit to your own toxicity?
I think that's a good thing, to be able to admit your own toxicity. I think so. It's hard in some situations. It's hard for me to do that. What? In most situations, it's hard for me to do that.
No, I want to jump in. Like, let's be fair. It's not. I don't think it's hard to admit toxic traits. I think it's hard to go ahead and correct yourself. And I don't think that's just a personal thing. Like, I think that's what everybody. Like, I had to have some real honest conversations with myself, trying to figure out where I am in life, what's not working, what could I be doing better with. You know what I'm saying? And that's really the only way that you can move forward.
Okay,
that's good. I'm learning, especially over the past 2 months. I'm learning to. Yeah, I was about to lie.
So, question for you guys: do you think you have a lot of self-toxic traits?
I think I have a few.
Okay, Jamar?
How do you quantify a self-toxic trait? I have looking at my situation and looking at where I'm trying to go. I definitely think it's some things that's kind of hindering me, as far as the toxicity of how much it hinders me if I see it in my everyday life. Like, normally, I ain't the type of person to keep getting hit over the head with the same situation. So once it's brought to my attention, I try to work on it. But some stuff, it's real subtle. I'll be like, all right, you missed the mark this time, So I got a few of them. We're gonna dig deep today.
Okay.
We will dig deep.
You think you have a lot, James, or is it just a few?
I think it's just a few.
I don't think I have any.
Yeah, that's a lot. I think it's a few. Troy says it's very important to self-identify, while you don't want to admit because of judgmental peers. Yeah. I guess that's one of the reasons why I don't want to admit, because I don't want to be judged by anybody. I don't. Yeah, move along.
But if you can identify your own toxic traits, don't you think your peers can already identify them as well? So admitting them, it really wouldn't matter if they judge you or not. They already see it, so they're probably already judging you for it.
I'm kind of up in the air. About that, because I feel like, as far as self-toxic traits being toxic, I feel the same way I feel about success. You can only really quantify success by what you see success as. A lot of times people say, I want to be successful, I want to be, but what does success look like to you? For some people, success might be, getting a promotion on the job. So for me to identify a self-toxic trait, I got to evaluate where I am, what I'm doing, whether it be in a relationship, whether it be at work, whether it be life goals, whether, it's so many different areas we can get into, and my thing is, as far as it being a trait, is it something that has to be repetitive? Is it something that's habitual? You know what I'm saying? At what measure do we make it a trait?
Mm, that's good. That's good.
It's very good.
Jesse says it's about you and self-reflection. Why value peers' opinions when you are self-reflecting?
Very true. I mean, me personally, I don't care about anybody's opinion. Whether I'm self-reflecting, projecting, whatever the case may be, I don't care about what others think. The only person that matters is me.
Jesse, I'm gonna say this because I kind of agree. I feel like sometimes we could be our worst enemy, and with that being said, I really don't think it's something that somebody else could say about me that's gonna make me feel worse about myself than when I'm in my private thought. You know what I'm saying? But I'm that type of person. Like I'm hard on myself. I can be very strict. I can, just depending on where my motivation is. So sometimes the judgment of peers don't even really, affect me. Or I will tell you this, as my friends know on the other end of this camera, it do affect me, but I ain't gonna let you see.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
All right.
You'll know I'm affected.
Immediately.
Immediately.
I ain't gonna waste no time. As soon as you open your mouth, it's written all over my face.
Well, you'll never know if I'm affected. Simple.
If I had to pinpoint my most toxic trait, and this is gonna sound really, really repetitive because we talked about it briefly in the last podcast, but my main toxic trait is I forgive the wrong people. Like I really do. And I'm not going to delve into that a lot because we talked about it, like I said, last podcast. But I do. I forgive the wrong freaking people, and I continue to allow them the space to do whatever they do, knowing they're doing it.
It's the cry for me. It is a cry for me. So,
Okay, what Sister Bird said? Yeah, read it.
You said you want me to read it?
Yeah.
What you want me to call it?
The Deaconess Bird.
All right. Toxic people normally blame others and seem completely unable to own their own contribution to any problem. I like that. I kind of
that sounds a little like narcissism.
That's a toxic trait, though.
Oh, the hell! Listen, narcissism is toxic as hell, and I think it's even worse when you know you're narcissistic and you own up to it, but you continue to be narcissistic.
Are any one of us narcissistic?
No. Wait. No, I don't know. Wait. Come back to me.
I had to think about that one.
Yeah, I got to think about that one too.
Wait a minute.
Maybe as a collective, we might equal up to one narcissistic person, but I don't think as individuals we touch on that. As a collective, though.
Somebody said flavor. Let me think about that.
Oh, wait.
Think about that one, though.
You think I am?
I don't think Fuego's narcissistic. No. I don't think so. Troy says narcissism is a disability. What did David say? David said it's very important to forgive, but be wise. You don't want to live your life holding a grudge, but move on from them that keep doing you wrong and live your best life. Are you talking to me? Okay, yeah, something like that.
No, I don't necessarily think that's just for you, James.
No, it's for all of us.
I feel like one thing is sometimes we don't know how to, in a healthy way, like convey our emotions, like when we get angry, when we get disappointed, when we get upset. And I think a lot of times trying to push that out the way, we allow ourselves to get bitter, and bitter that brings all the grief and the grudges. And you could tell the difference between when somebody angry and when somebody bitter. Somebody just hold up for a second, or like, I ain't messing with you right now. You know what I'm saying? That's way different than I don't ever want to talk to you again on the dramatic tip. You feel me?
Mm-hmm. I used to say that I never held grudges.
But we're Tauruses.
Well, like we said last podcast, I don't look at myself as a complete Taurus, and y'all even agree with me. I'm a situational Taurus. But I realized that I subconsciously hold grudges. I'm not gonna get into the situation that happened, but it was this person who did something to me, and I was just like, oh, okay. So anytime somebody mentioned their name, I always had some effed up crap to say about them, and it just showed how bitter I was. And then somebody brought it to my attention. I was like, James, why are you holding the grudge? I ain't holding the grudge. I ain't holding the grudge. And I'm like, wait a minute, what you are? I have to talk to myself like that sometimes, because if I'm nice to me, I don't listen to me. I'm like, you really are holding a grudge for this person. And I immediately felt bad because, yeah, whatever. But I felt bad.
No, why you stop yourself? Talk about it. Let it out.
Because y'all know how I feel, how emotional I am. And I always look at holding a grudge as something that is absolutely freaking horrible. And to find out that I'm doing something like that I hate for other people to do, it made me feel really, really bad. Like it really did. And I'm like, oh my God, James, you are a horrible freaking person. You need to fix this right now. And you need to let it the freak go. So I contacted this person. And mind you, I hadn't talked to them in like 7-8 months. I contacted them and I was like, look, I had a moment of introspection and I realized that I had been holding a grudge against you because of what happened between the two of us. And I was like, I want to sincerely apologize for anything that I may have done to add salt to the wound that both of us created. But I sincerely apologize and I want to end this right now. And it's funny because when they responded to my message, they had been feeling the same freaking way. But at that moment, we squashed it. You know what I'm saying? And to necessarily squash some stuff with somebody does not mean you have to continue being friends with them. Because I haven't talked to them since then. But if I were to see them, if we were to cross paths or anything, it will be no problem. You know, it'll be no bad blood between us. So ever since that situation, which was like maybe 2 years ago, I try to make sure I don't hold any grudges against people, even though sometimes I still realize that I am harboring some type of feelings towards some people. And y'all know who I'm talking about because I ain't got to say who it is, because if I bring it up, I'm going to be mad all over again. And I will be mad right now because we had a podcast. So I would say we're done, but y'all know who I'm talking about based on this whole banter. Anyway, so I try not to. I try, but I'm still mad.
Oh, wow.
You get what I'm saying?
I mean, it's okay to be mad. I think it's toxic to not,
to not
display your emotions. Yeah, that's a part of, that's human nature. We all got human error. Our emotions are a compass, that kind of help us navigate through situations. And a lot of times I know, particularly in my household, like my mom was really a person that's like no excuses. So a lot of times, like I would suck some stuff up and you'd be like, dang, that guy's strong. And on the inside, I'd be going through.
Crazy,
like, type that slap somebody on the bathroom and start crying.
Yeah. So you think it's toxic to not show emotions?
I do. No, let me rephrase that. I think it's toxic to harbor unresolved emotions.
Okay. And I can admit I do that. Like we stated last podcast, people would do stuff to me, and I know it hurts, but I'll hold on to that, and I only blow up when I'm fed up.
That's why you got to cut them.
I got some new blades.
I'm not gonna put it on camera. I'm not gonna do that.
Cut them off. That's what I meant.
Well,
yeah. Y'all know I'm saying.
Cut them off.
You know I'm saying.
I mean, I'm saved too, but
I save a lot of people every day, and I don't care.
Not that I say that.
Let's jump back into some of our self-toxic traits. It was told to me recently that my lack of emotion is a toxic trait, and it makes me.
Did I tell you that?
Yes, you did. And
sounded like me.
It makes me incapable to receive other people's emotions in certain situations. You know, a lot of times things are going on, people are emotional, and I'm just stoic. You know, it doesn't faze me at all. And it's not that I'm not receiving other people's emotions. I just don't handle emotions the same way other people do. I don't really care for them, to be honest. It's a distraction to me. I just, you know, it is what it is. But
So I
apparently,
think I think like what you talking about as far as like not showing emotion and stuff. I was in a vocal coaching session and my vocal coach had me listening to a song and you know he was like how does this make you feel? And like I could not come up with an emotion. Like I could not. That's just how much I think that's one of my toxic traits. The fact that I have a get it done no matter what mentality. I try. I'm not saying I succeed 100% of the time. I'm not gonna say I succeed 90% of the time. But when I'm on go, I'm on go. Y'all know I call you. I'll be like, okay, what we gonna do about this? How we gonna do it? You know what I'm saying? And sometimes in the middle of me trying to be effective or trying to be successful, like I kind of lose touch with my emotional, you know, guidance or compass, as you would say. And I think that's what kind of makes it hard for me to do what Fuego was talking about, which is relate, you know, and convey those. Y'all crazy, but
no,
it's hard. It's
we're not laughing at what you're saying.
oh, I know what you're laughing at.
Put it up. Put it up there, please.
Listen, okay.
Let me read it. Is this Troy?
This
Troy
is Troy.
says, so when they killed Bambi, did any of you find that a sad moment? Troy, I'm the wrong person apparently to ask about Disney movies.
He probably went and had a celebration.
When Bambi died, I laughed. It's okay. It is all right. Do not crucify me. But when Bambi died, I laughed. It was hilarious to me. Sorry, it was not sad at all. Did not find it sad. But apparently my view on Disney movies is wrong, so we're not even going to jump into that.
We're not.
But,
We will not.
But if Bambi was where Bambi was supposed to be, Bambi will still be alive till this day. I'm just saying.
Moving along.
Moving
We're not going to do this.
Moving on.
We're not going to do Disney movies. Troy, I'm sorry. We're going to reject that response because I'm not doing Disney movies. Not today. That's a whole different podcast in itself. Y'all tune in for that one, please. Please. I'm begging you. You will be entertained. I promise.
You got to add a K sound at the end of that. Promise.
Okay, where is it? Okay. So Nick said that itself is toxic. You can be hard, but you still have to put yourself first.
Nick, I want to piggyback on that because I do feel like that is a toxic trait that I have. I can work on anybody else's project, whether it be my 9-to-5, helping you guys out with stuff. But when it comes to certain things that I have to do that are personally for me, I'll let that fall by the wayside. I won't even think about it for like maybe another 2 months. And then all of a sudden be like, oh yeah, I was supposed to do this or that. But I'm always there, going hard, giving my all to another project, especially when it comes to work.
Okay.
What is that called? There's a word for that, isn't there?
I can't think off the top of my head what it's called. J True stepped out for a second. He'll be back momentarily.
That light was killing me, man.
You could. I wish I had a fan right now. I'm sweating. No, I'm good. Okay, Berea said, wait, well, this is for you, so we'll let you read
it. Sounds like you may treat humans like Bambi, though. If you aren't close to them, am I wrong? I'm just saying, no, you are not wrong. If you're not in my immediate circle, I could care less. I'll be smiling and laughing with these two gentlemen that you see here. And the moment somebody else who I don't know walks up to me, I'm ready to slit their throats. But that's just me personally. I do treat people I
Fuego,
don't care about.
foul
What?
on the play. Foul on the play.
No. Am I lying though? I do treat other folks like Bambi.
Just don't say it out loud.
You had like 11. I need you to come down to like a 4 on your honesty level.
I don't know how to do that. It's a toxic trait of mine. I don't know how to tone down my honesty.
Oh, I
A
can teach
healthy
you.
person has a range
I
of
can teach you how to
emotions
tell
on
me
a
honestly
daily
that.
basis.
Oh, that's not what I thought you were going to say. I'm glad you didn't say what I thought you were going to say.
You know what, Berea, I'm looking at this comment. I just had a conversation today with somebody, like a real good friend of mine, and they was talking about how they, practice mindfulness like every day. And for me, I want to say, like, in my particular situation, like just stuff I deal with from time to time, like I do agree. Like you gotta have time to sit and decompress. I do feel like, even though I feel like Fuego's response may be outlandish sometimes, I feel like in his humanity, he got a, you got a right to feel how you feel, but I feel like sometimes, them feelings just need to stay in the feeling box.
Are you laughing what I think you're laughing at?
I'm laughing at what Jamari just said
Oh, okay.
because a lot of times my responses can be outlandish. I'm gonna give you that.
No. A lot of times they are. And it can be. They are.
Well, hold on. Let me say this, and we not ganging up on Fuego.
No.
I'm
Not at all.
gonna say this. I feel like my conversation with Fuego are 100 million times in a different direction than y'all conversation with Fuego.
Yes, because y'all think alike. Y'all think alike. In a sense, y'all think alike.
Do you think that's why it's different though, Jamari? Because we think alike?
I think we have an understanding, because it's crazy as, that same conversation I had with somebody earlier. I was like, if I could articulate half the thoughts in my head, I think people would not. They put me in the cage somewhere. You know what I'm saying? But
if I could articulate the thoughts in my head, I would really be in a cage, a jail cell, underground, somewhere.
I've been
In a cage?
in a cage and a jail.
I mean, I've been in a jail cell too, but
I don't want to talk about that.
we're not talking about that. We're not talking. Oh my God. No.
Right. So what's some personal toxic traits you think you guys have? I mean, obviously, I procrastinate when it comes to my own personal growth, but not when it comes to others, and I lack emotions.
Can I say something real quick?
Yes,
I see Lamar said, "Well, be your authentic self." I agree with that, but I'm gonna say this. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know we got some church folks watching. We got, everybody can't see them scars. I don't. You can't feel, vulnerable with everybody. And for me, it's, I have this person. I don't want to say that I'm portraying, but I just feel like it's two different people, and that might make me two-faced, because I hold a lot of stuff in, and I don't say a lot of stuff because I don't feel like it's appropriate. But there is a point of no return, and I try to avoid that at all costs.
I think I was born on that point.
You'd be like, what is wrong with Jay? He in there cutting water. You better leave that boy alone. You better leave that boy alone. Leave that boy alone.
Yeah, I was looking up.
Yes.
So Berea said, because we are close, he is different with the homies. It's beautiful. Makes Fuego less vulnerable to the nonsense of Pepper. People who don't matter, I'm guessing.
Yes, people who don't matter.
Because I don't know who Pepper is. You introduced us to Pepper.
She corrected herself.
Okay, I didn't see that. Okay.
Thank you, Berea. Berea, I feel like you understand me. I feel like we need to sit down and have a couple of shots.
Oh, can I?
Is this for me and Berea?
What kind?
Okay.
Tequila, Cabo Wabo.
But yes, I completely agree with you, and I'm happy that you see me and understand me for who I am as a person. Thank you, Berea.
Troy says that's why people put up walls.
I'm not gonna lie, I put up a lot of walls when I was a kid. I definitely put up a lot of walls.
So you don't put up walls now?
as a kid.
I was about to say, Fuego, you don't think you put up walls?
Mm-mm.
I
I know
think
I need to.
I think what you have is a filter where things go one way through the wall and it don't go the other way.
It doesn't.
But
It doesn't. Yeah,
bro, you definitely
you
got it.
definitely
You
put a
know,
wall. Definitely
definitely.
put a wall.
Y'all think I put up walls now?
Yes.
Mhm.
How so? I don't feel like I have a need to put up walls.
Um.
Hmm.
Oh, I got an answer. I just don't. I think it's appropriate.
Text me. Be your authentic self.
I don't think it's
Like, I know I
appropriate.
put up walls. I put up walls. I put up glasses. I put up boxes. I put up everything.
People that know me in the comments, you guys think I put up walls.
And some people would even go to the point to say that, and this may be off topic, but a lot of people say that I'm also secretive. And I don't think I'm secretive. I just don't think it's everybody's business.
I think you're very vague.
In a lot of cases, I do it on purpose.
Okay, so
I do it on purpose. I give you what you need, not what you want.
You said in the comment section, bro. I had to put my 2 cents in there.
But yeah, I can be vague. But like I said, I do that on purpose. You don't need to know everything. Y'all need to know enough.
Berea, shout out to you. The first round of drinks is on me. Berea says, Fuego puts up walls with who? Exactly, because who are you? Again, it's whether you know them well or not.
I agree. And I know Fuego, and I take him lunch while he builds that wall every day because he put them up.
I'm so dead.
There.
So dead.
It might
So
be
would
that quarter
you consider me being
dry
vague?
wall.
Would you consider me being vague toxic?
Would we consider that being a toxic trait?
Mhm.
You being vague?
Mm-hmm.
Yes and no.
Yeah, I guess it depends on the situation.
Okay, give me the yes first.
It's a manifestation of your other negative traits.
Break that down.
I feel like you being vague is you not wanting to directly deal with something or directly divulge information. And I think it's a way that you can give people enough information that they comprehend what you're talking about without being so vague. But I feel like your vagueness is just a manifestation of, you don't like dealing with stuff.
All right, y'all. That's enough of Jay Shoot now.
We see where the truth comes from in your name, sir.
It ain't that for nothing.
We see where the truth comes from in your name.
I'm a graffiti true on your wall that you built.
Oh God.
On the one that I built or that he built.
Somebody in the comment section said they came to knock you down.
So Troy says it's not a trait.
Oh, being vague?
You talking about being vague, right, Troy?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I think I know.
So Ray says she's very vague with people who need to mind their business.
I got it. Okay, hold on. Go ahead, James. I ain't trying to cut you off. Go ahead.
No. But in my opinion, some things everybody needs to mind their business. That's just how I feel, and that's how I was raised. Also, you know what I'm saying. Even if it's your bestest friend in the freaking world.
So why not just say that's none of your business, or I don't want to talk about it?
Because then y'all get an asshole.
Instead of get. But I think out of us three, like we can respect that though. We might want to butt you upside the head, but
I never want to hit you upside the head.
I don't believe it. Yeah, Jamar wants to hit me upside the head often.
But I never want to hit you upside the head.
Often. Like, if Jamar could really hit me, I'd probably have, like, I don't know how many concussions.
I can see that.
No. No, it'd be worse than that.
See, Berea said with the homies, I'ma tell it. And baby, tell it well. That's right.
Yeah.
James.
Go ahead.
James be saved when he trying to tell it.
Is there anything
I give
wrong
y'all
with that,
enough.
though?
I give y'all enough.
Is there anything wrong with that?
With
Because
what?
like you just said, James be saved when he tell it, and I clearly don't.
Mm.
I'm not saved at all when I say anything.
Troy says vague is a defense.
Agreed. But let's dissect that a little bit more. We already said, well, you admitted out of your mouth that it just slipped my mind. But you said something to the fact that, you know, sometimes like you don't want to deal with stuff.
No, you said that.
It was something you said a few minutes ago.
What I said was everything is not everybody's business, no matter who you are.
Oh no, it was.
That's the reason why I'm vague.
It was before that.
Oh, you know I'm old. I don't
Let me
remember.
tell you.
I was about to say,
You are my business.
Well, excuse the hell out of me.
You can't be my friend and not be my business.
so that means I'm your business.
That's right.
All right, moving on.
Unlike y'all, when I call, I be like, "Oh, how Fuego doing?" When the last time you talked to Fuego,
And he does.
Yes,
he literally does.
Yes, he does.
And I'm always, I don't know, last week.
Right. Be in the middle of a conversation with Jamari, be like, "Have you spoken to James today?" I thought we were talking.
Right. We've been on the phone 15 minutes. Now you want to talk about James?
Right. How Nick doing?
So Maria says, yeah, how we are raised matters. For me, it comes as automatic. And it does. It does. I don't owe you an explanation about anything. I don't. And you're gonna deal with it. And I don't care if you don't like it.
Okay.
But then I feel bad later. I'm like, okay, maybe I should have said something.
It's you okay. I got a new timeout button.
All right. Somebody will get a lot more no's in 2021 than they expected.
Oh, baby, you get 2 a day. 2 a day.
Okay.
I'll say no so much I don't know how to say yes.
Okay, Nick says, I agree with Jamar Jones. If I care about you and you my friend, I need to know how y'all are. And I understand that. I do. But do it at the beginning of the conversation. Don't wait till we're 20 minutes deep and they're like, oh, shit, you talking to him? Now I gotta forget everything that I don't know. Let me check my text. Yeah, I talked to him the other day. But I get what you're saying. But yeah, Jamari is notorious for doing that. Notorious. Not saying that we don't care, but I guess we're always conversing with each other so much in like the group chat and everything.
Yeah. Y'all, we speak every day. Believe it or not, in some way, shape, or form, we communicate every single day.
Now, I think with like me and Jamari, we talk on the phone every day. Like today is the first time me and Jamari didn't talk on the phone, and I was livid.
That's because Jamari on fossil fuels.
I had to hear it. So Jesse says, James, is that healthy for being present in the moments of your life? Couldn't you miss opportunities or people?
By what? By being vague or what?
We'll have to come back to that. But probably by being vague. Troy says, emotional and mental well-being is extremely important. And yes, Jesse was referring to being vague.
Do I feel like I can miss out on opportunities or people?
Miss out on people? What are we looking for?
What you just said before you go?
Why would I need to miss out on people?
No, what did Fuego say after that? I need the peanut gallery come in.
No, I honestly don't think I would because if I'm not, and this is gonna sound so cliche, but I feel it in my shando. If it's meant to be, it's gonna be. It's gonna happen regardless. You know, whatever the opportunity is or whatever the people are, it's gonna happen.
Do you really believe that?
Do I really believe that?
Yeah,
He
do
said
you
he
really
felt
believe
it
it?
in his shondo.
I do.
If you feel it in your shondo,
I do.
that means you strongly believe,
I do.
right?
Yeah.
If you feel it in your shondo.
Yeah.
That needs to be a topic.
What?
What is a shondo? Listen, we're gonna talk about what shondo is next month, y'all. Next month we get into the religious stuff. So
Y'all don't want me in on that conversation.
yes, we do actually. Yes, we do actually. But we ain't in March. We in February.
We in what?
February. So Maria says she can totally relate to me being at a hotel. People can suck on a daily basis. No need in being vulnerable with those people. Okay.
Very.
Okay. Yeah. I can't really be vulnerable. I mean, yeah, no. Mm-mm. I'm not doing all that.
Okay, let me see what Lamar said. Burn the candle at both ends of the stick. I believe he can't just help it. Okay, so
thank you, Troy, for getting more started. Go ahead.
I feel like James, with you, I feel like you try to hold your vulnerability in, but it's like you display it in other ways. Like even though it's not coming out your mouth, like your aura reflects how you feel.
Yeah. Yep. It does.
So could we each talk about a toxic trait we feel the other people on this call have?
Oh, I'm ready for y'all to read my rights.
Oh, he done got into his comfortable position. He turned sideways. Let's go. Wait, don't go first.
All right, who am I coming for first? I mean, who am I talking for?
Oh, come on, can we talk about it? Let's talk about it.
Let me go get these post stamps because somebody gonna send today.
All right, I'm gonna start with Jamari because we never start with Jamari.
We never start with Jamari.
I'm gonna start with Jamari. Although Jamari, my good friend, and I, we definitely think the same, but I feel like Jamari doesn't listen well enough, or he doesn't give people a full chance to explain where they're coming from. He hears one little bit and he automatically jumps into his objective thinking and he handles your problem for you. I feel like sometimes he does not listen enough. Not to say that you don't listen, but sometimes you don't listen enough.
And I'm going to agree with him on that. That's where I was going to go.
I feel like that's a toxic trait that you have.
Because sometimes I want to talk to you about so much stuff. I really do. But you're just so objective in your thinking. And you just jump right in and give your 2 cents. Sometimes I just want you to STFU and just listen.
You say that on the air?
I didn't say the words.
In front of you.
I didn't say the words. But I just want you to listen to me. Like, I don't want you to listen to respond. I just want you to listen.
If I had some pearl ID.
and not before you respond, to talk about what Troy says. I never said that objective thinking was wrong. That's not what I said. Because I tell Jamari Fuego a lot. I wish I thought objectively. I don't though. I'm not gonna say I never do. Yeah, I probably don't. But I don't think objectively.
Could it be my lack of emotions that make me think objectively?
No.
Epiphany. What's that?
So, you know, but yeah,
next.
Sometimes. Huh?
Next.
Hey, no rebuttal?
No, we don't have one.
I mean, look, I can't argue with that. I get it. I mean, do you want a response or don't you want a response? Let me say that.
No, let's talk about it.
Okay. So, personally, like, I feel that...
Go ahead.
Huh?
I said I feel like my feelings about to be hurt. But go ahead.
No, I don't. No, I'm not. I'm not here to hurt your feelings, but like personally,
He almost put the shades on. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I feel like I don't get that way until I feel like everything we talk about is centered around the same resolution, the same, you know, answer. And I feel like when the resolution is principle based, then it's like, okay, this is the same thing with this is the same thing with that. This is, you know what I'm saying? And I will say that sometimes, because that's a trait of mine, and I'm not gonna say that, you know, I'm not gonna say that you're wrong, but you already know if you gonna come to me to vent, be like, look, I need to vent, and that disarms me. And I ain't
And
saying that's fair. I'm not saying that's right. I'm just saying that's how I move through life, and maybe that's something I could work on.
and Troy just spoke on that. Start the conversation with the transparent moment. Just say, hey, look, I just need to vent. I don't need you to speak. I just need you to vent.
But one thing I
And
can say about Jamari,
and I will set the phone down and walk away. No, just wait.
whenever Jamari calls, and Maria, we're gonna mention your comment in just a second. Let me say this: whenever Jamari does call to vent, he'll let you know, hey, I need to vent. Listen to me. And if he wants your response, he'll be like, what are your thoughts on it?
Mm-hmm.
After he vents?
Yeah,
That's one thing I can say about
because
it.
you have to let. Okay, so I'm gonna jump to James. Berea, we're gonna read your comment though, and then I'm gonna jump to James and what I think his toxic trait is. Go ahead, James. Read the comment.
It can be hard to be an active listener when you process every word. I be on pins and needles when my friends are telling me a story. I darn near gotta take notes. It be so much in my head while they're talking, ready for the objective advice. I feel you, Jay. I may be way off here though, but it's what I see.
Go ahead. So now we're gonna jump into a toxic trait. I think that James.
Hold
had.
on. Berea, I'm gonna buy you lunch. I'm gonna buy. You know what?
Are you
If the
trying to
rest of
one up
y'all,
me?
oh no! I got this.
The shots
Send
come
me
first.
that cash app. I feel loved. We might got a new crew member.
I feel like
Wow.
we do. I feel like we do. Berea can
Wow.
definitely be a crew member. We do hold auditions, Berea. Can you hold a note? But yes, we're gonna jump into a toxic trait that I think that James
I think
has.
the doors.
No, the door. And nobody at the bloody door. I don't think a toxic trait I think James has is he doesn't know how to separate things. All his emotions are combined into one. He doesn't know how to separate, which will help him navigate what he's trying to say at a moment and also help him when he's alone and having his own personal time. But James does not know how to separate. Everything is all together. And you have to have separation. You don't know how to do that. And that's it for the episode, you guys. Thank you for tuning in to Fuego Time.
I don't know how to respond to it. Like, I
Do you
really
think
don't.
it's true?
It makes sense. It makes sense. I mean, hearing him say it and thinking about it as he's saying it makes sense.
Berea says she can interview Monday.
I don't know how to respond to that.
That's okay.
Jesse said I can't put the phone down. He said it's a toxic trait. All right,
Okay.
Jesse.
So Jamari, what's my
Your toxic trait. Let me go spin the wheel.
Wait a minute. Listen.
Okay,
Listen.
no. Real talk. I feel like you don't advocate for yourself enough. I feel like you open the door for people to walk over you.
Okay.
And I mean, for me, like this safe space like that we have as friends, even with David, even with Nick, I feel like if I had that you know, with any group of people and I'm out and about or I'm going on a venture with them, you know what I'm saying? I feel like I can be my most authentic self because I know that, you know, these people got my back. This ain't the first group I done been in like this. You know, I got people from high school, you know what I'm saying? But it's a difference when, you know, people gonna catch you when you fall. You know, I'm gonna tell you when you're wrong, I'm gonna tell you when you're right. You know what I'm saying? But one thing you might disagree with what I'm saying, but one thing you never gonna have to worry about is me having your back. And I don't care if you stabbed and killed somebody. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully that never happens. Hopefully that never happens. But you get what I'm saying. Like you don't have to. You know what I'm saying? I come off real objective with you because I feel like you don't do it for yourself. Like you don't advocate for yourself. Sometimes I feel like I may brag on you more than you brag on yourself.
Wait, we ain't got to you yet. Nope, we ain't got to you yet. Oh, you next. Okay, I can rock with that, and you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Let me bring up. So Maria said, to tap into different types of advice is tough. Sometimes our advice works for that friend, no matter what they are saying, because we know it's bigger than what they are presenting at the moment. They can get stuck in life, so we miss their complaint because, sis, bro, this ain't even the real issue. Come on now, it's way bigger.
Maria, I like you.
I
I like some of the rest of y'all too. You know, shout out to Troy, shout out to Jesse, that's my homie. Shout out to Nick. I like some of y'all too. But Maria, when is the audition?
David.
Did I forget David?
You did.
I'm sorry. Y'all know I love me some David.
Let me go get the keys. I'm hopping on 75 South. Might take me 11 hours.
All right, so let's get into Fuego's toxic traits.
This gonna be short because I don't have any.
Yeah, that's toxic trait number one. Thinking you ain't got none.
First of all,
toxic trait number
Jesse
two.
said my do-rag is a toxic accessory. This is the first time in a long time that he's seen my hair. I'm wavy though.
You wavy.
I'm trying to learn the lie.
Okay.
So what is my toxic trait, Jamar?
Can we come back to me?
Why we already did you?
No.
I don't. Okay, so I don't know.
Oh, you say it is. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So James could
you want me to
go.
go? Okay.
We already said what yours was. What I said.
Go ahead. Just discuss
your lack of showing emotion. I think that's toxic as hell.
Really? As hell?
But honestly, what I think, and I could be wrong. I could be wrong about it. I really think that you do feel emotions. I really think that you do. But you just refuse to show it. That makes sense? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I can't hear you. What?
Yeah, what happened? Where's your voice? You muted him.
Oh, shit. My bad.
Okay.
Say it again.
Okay. So I feel like Fuego, I don't even know if this is a toxic trait, but I feel like even though you don't own your emotions, I think you like find different ways to live out your emotions. Like I feel like you make connections to people that that may how do I put this? Because I don't want to give no names, but I feel like your connections with people allow you to like give an extension of your emotions because you're not vulnerable with everybody. Like I know you, so I know when I see you interacting with such and such, like, oh yeah, this what he need right now, or you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So Jesse says it's funny living out an emotion.
Oh, okay. Living out an emotion.
All you gotta do is talk about me.
No, I mean,
I think he means about me.
Yeah.
Like, I think he's referring to explain how Fuego lives out an emotion.
Okay.
I feel like okay, so I met Jesse. I know Jesse. I could see, even though you and Jesse are different, like I can see likeness like a part of his personality that I could see you really vibing with that. You know what I'm saying? Like that might, like Jesse might say something and be like, Fuego might want to react that way, but he not. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So I feel like your connections to people is like your interactions with people is like a representation of your emotions, whether you believe it or not.
I can actually see that though. I can actually, because I feel like I'm different from a lot of you except for Jamari. I feel like Jamari and I are the most alike, but I feel like I'm different from a lot of people that I consider a friend. And, sometimes people will do or say things, and I'm, and inside I'll be like, yeah, that's it. That's what's up. But on the outside, it's just like,
let me ask you this. Do you have friends that are directly the opposite of who you are? I mean, like 100%, like a heaven or hell difference.
yeah, maybe one. So what percentage am I? Huh? What percentage am I? You're about 95% different. Seriously though, you are. I mean, it's not a bad thing.
No, and I used to think it was bad.
It's not.
I used to think, but I think that we all level each other out.
That's what I was about to say. We, as a collective, we definitely do balance each other.
Balance, that's the word.
Like, if we didn't have each other around, sometimes I feel like one of us would definitely fly off the deep end. Yeah. There are times where I need to be around James' emotional side. You know what I'm saying? There are times where I need to be around Jamari and his objective thinking. There are times where I need to be around David, who always tells me that I'm too hard on myself. You know what I'm saying? Then there's times where I need to be around Nick, who just refuses to let me forget that emotions even exist. So, you guys all play a role.
Baby, Nick ain't gonna let nobody forget emotions exist.
He don't. He really don't. Nope.
He's really like, wait a minute.
And you know what? He's a ballsy person too, because he always calls me out when he feels like it's not enough. If we having a conversation and he feels like, nah, your responses ain't enough, I know you're thinking deeper than that. I need you to give it to me.
I respect that. I respect the fact that he said what he means. I think I respect that like 100%. Even though it might not make sense to me, I respect the fact that it comes out of his mouth.
Can you teach me? Nobody can teach you.
No.
So thank you, Jesse.
I can't vaguely teach you anything.
Okay, Jesse says James was so vulnerable and open to critical conversation when I met him for the first time. Not sure if I'm that brave to be so open.
Oh, James, let me ask you this. So let me ask Jesse, why do you feel like James was vulnerable? Or why do you feel like he was open? Do you think it was like an environmental thing? Do you feel like maybe it was just something he could relate to?
Interesting question. Because James wasn't that open when I first met him. What? Jamari and I had more of a conversation when I first met you.
The first time?
Yeah.
Oh, you pissed me off.
We're not gonna talk about that.
I don't want to talk about it, but we ain't gonna talk about it.
We're not gonna talk about it.
Jesse's response says it was a personal conversation that he didn't have to emerge
in.
Okay. I definitely like the dynamic of having different ways of thinking, different energies, different personalities, all coming together to make a friendship work.
I think meeting Jesse, I think he got that personality that pull it out you anyway, though.
Who, Jesse?
Like, yeah, I feel like even if you having a bad day, like Jesse be like, "Oh, cheer up," and you'd be like,
Jesse is a voice of reason. Always a voice of reason. At least for me, Jesse and I are good friends. Shout out to him. He's always been a voice of reason for me. And our conversations are always intellectual. He always makes me think. He literally makes me think. And he never judges me for being a little crazy.
Who would you say is the voice of reason in our friend circle?
Voice of reason.
Do we have one?
In our friend circle,
Mhm.
we're all kind of bullheaded.
Shout out to my homeboy Chris that's watching right now. Just want to say welcome, Chris.
Hey, Chris. Is it Chris Brown?
It is
So,
not
Where's Paula Abdul?
Paula Abdul. We didn't talk about Paula. I'm mad at Paula right now because she didn't show up.
Nicholas says, thank you guys. I'm all for growth and the love and support you guys give. It's a pleasure to be more than acquainted to each and every one of you. There goes our voice of reason right there.
Nick.
Nick is the voice of reason.
Okay. Okay. I can see that. I can definitely see that.
Who's the wild child?
What are we basing it off? What are we basing it off of?
As a matter of fact, that's a conversation for another podcast.
Wait, what are we basing this off of?
What do you mean? Jamari, why are you sitting so still? Is he frozen?
Is he frozen?
He's frozen.
He's frozen.
He's definitely frozen.
Oh, he's frozen. He's frozen.
He's frozen. Okay.
Okay.
So, James, you haven't said what you think me and Jamari's toxic traits are.
Yes, I did.
You did?
I
So,
did.
wait. Did Jamari finish saying what he thought? So, that's my toxic trait?
Yeah. So we're having some technical difficulties with Jamari.
Come back to me.
He'll be back.
Jesse said he thinks.
He says J. True is the wild.
True's the
I
wild.
agree. I agree. Yeah, and I think me, Nick, and David bring y'all back to earth.
I gotta say, shout out to David. David and I had a conversation the other day while we were recording, and you know, he always wants you to do better.
Yeah.
And so I gotta shout David out for that because he definitely was just like, you know, Fuego, I think you are a lot more. She's still frozen?
No.
Okay. He definitely gave me some words of encouragement. So shout out to David for that.
Yeah, big shout out to David, man. The week that he was here prior to our spa weekend, we bonded a lot, you know, and it's moments like that where outside of, you know, the other moments and things that we have, you actually get to see a person's true self. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I appreciate moments like that. I appreciate it. Even if they're drunk moments, you know, DC 2017, 16. But even if it's drunk moments, you get to see the true friend. You know what I'm saying? He said Madigan challenge.
Berea.
I love Berea.
Berea said, why are you so still?
You frozen? Yeah, he's frozen.
Who y'all talking about?
You, because you were frozen.
Oh, I was frozen.
Frozen.
Look. I was about to start cussing this equipment out, but I didn't know if my mic was still on.
I cannot do it.
We were just having technical difficulties.
Technical
Like Michelle did
difficulties.
with her microphone next week. So, do you guys think toxic traits can be worked on? Or do you think that you'll always have those toxic traits?
Wait a minute, I'm reading these comments. Y'all was coming for me. Mannequin challenge. Oh, God.
We never came for you.
Yeah, we did. Remember that time we picked them up from the airport?
Okay, once. But listen. But no, I think that toxic traits can be worked on. Is there any person that is void of all toxicity? Hell no. No.
Except for me.
Like I said, that's the number one toxic trait that he got.
He's not a person.
Oh, that's right. He's not human. I forgot.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Don't slip the line.
That's the 2021 edition.
Right. But yeah, I believe that toxic traits can always be worked on. But no one person will ever be void of all toxic traits. There will always be some level of toxicity somewhere with someone in different areas of life, like you mentioned in the beginning of the podcast. You know what I'm saying? It can be at work, in friendships, or wherever the case may be. What are you laughing at?
So we have some viewers that can't comment in our comment section, and they're literally having a conversation on whether or not I have any toxic traits. And one of them says that I bring out the crazy in people. And so another one responded and said that she thinks that that's just, I just get people to open up. She said, yeah, but sometimes they should stay closed. And I bring too much out of that person at no fault of my own. I just somehow always manage to bring the psychos out of every individual that I meet. What's that?
I'm trying to wait on you to bring the psycho out of James. So I can be like, hey, what's up, friend? Where you been at?
It'll never happen.
That psycho is still in DC.
We probably need to go back to DC and pick him up. Bring him to Atlanta.
James, he was over your baggage limit.
He's still at the airport. We need to go get him.
Maria, I read your comment so wrong. Now,
clean it up, Coke Whore.
you can't say that on TV.
Okay. What did Jesse say? Only if you yourself think they are toxic. You have to do what works for you. It's people smoking cracks with beautiful souls.
You think Chris Martin got beautiful souls?
He don't smoke crack. He does cocaine.
Oh.
There's a difference. Rock, powder.
I wouldn't know nothing about that.
Oh.
No. Y'all see that I'm wavy there?
All right, y'all.
Yeah.
So I think we pretty much covered all the ground of self-toxic traits. Things of that nature. Anything else anybody else want to add?
This was definitely a learning experience for me. I didn't know that my lack of-
I would like to congratulate you two for coming for me. I actually look to y'all to be 100% honest with me when I'm asking y'all about stuff. I feel like, James, you be scared.
I do.
I feel like Fuego.
Oh, did I say that?
I think Fuego be reading my mind. That's what I think be going on. We're a lot alike.
Yeah. I hold back a lot because I ain't got time for you coming for me and then I'm sitting in the corner crying somewhere.
Yeah, but if I'm asking you, I would not do. Don't do that, James.
No. I know you would. I know you would. Even though I have been in the corner crying.
You
But-
end up crying because you don't listen.
No, I end up crying because you are harsh.
Oh, so now we're getting into the real conversation.
But no. But he doesn't.
Do you
come
think
from-
I'm harsh, Fuego?
No,
Do you
listen.
think I'm harsh?
But you don't come from a place of harshness. You don't come from. It's how I perceive it.
Always comes from a place of love.
It always does. Jamari's purpose is never to harm at all, and I understand that. But I'm very sensitive, and it's your delivery. You come off like you're my daddy or something like that, and I ain't even had no dad, so I don't know how to take that.
Can sensitivity be a toxic trait?
Sensitivity, it can be. I run. Let's talk. Troy, can we talk about it? Let's talk about it.
Oh,
I didn't see the comment.
Troy said he runs from me all the time.
And let me explain why he said it.
Oh,
No, listen, let me explain why Troy is saying that.
wait,
Troy-
Jesse just came for me. Jesse just came for me.
Well, you are what you are. You are what you are.
You
But
can't
listen-
join in.
So Troy is Troy's a licensed therapist.
Okay.
He's a licensed therapist. And sometimes I do call him to talk about different things. And when I realize he's trying to therapize me,
Is that a word?
it isn't, but it is today. When I realize that Troy is trying to therapize me, I'm like, you know what? We're done. I'm not doing this.
Why the accent had to get so country? When
Because
he said therapize.
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 You're not gonna manipulate me.
What?
Manipulate. That's what you're not gonna do. That's not what you're gonna do. But and when I say this, I'm not in any shape, form, or fashion trying to bash therapy. I'm not trying to do that at all. I do want to say that because somebody go see this and be like, "Oh, he against therapy." No, that's not what I'm saying at all. I think therapy is something that everyone should at least try. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you deal with stuff. She said we went to the end to get juicy.
Right. I think, and you know, my family have been telling me this for years, but I think I need to go see a therapist. Now, the last time I went to go see a therapist, it didn't end well for the therapist. But I think I'm gonna try it again.
He's gonna try it again, and one of us is gonna go with him.
Y'all need to go lay your burdens down.
Where?
Okay, but listen. I
know that girl with the last name burden.
There is nothing wrong with laying your burdens down and going to therapy. In my opinion, in my personal opinion.
But if you lay your burdens down first, then you ain't got all the extra bags, and you could have bought your best self back from DC.
I can't argue with you when you're right. I can't. I cannot argue with you when you're right.
Oh God!
Red said it's the thing. It's when you size up the situation based on your credentials in psychoanalysis instead of just listening as a friend. Therapize. Yeah, I felt that. Come on, Maria. I'm gonna buy you dinner. They give you lunch and drinks. I'm gonna get you dinner. Dinner is expensive. I got you.
Jesse said I saw some emotion on Adrian's face. Twitching. Made up that word.
He almost grabbed the gun out of my holster and put it in my head, didn't he? Not that there's a gun on my hip. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that there's a.
Nicholas says, honestly, I don't want to go to therapy for them to tell me the same problems I know and try to prescribe me slow death.
Can I be honest with you? Sometimes it's slow death.
What is slow death?
The medicine
that
they
prescribe you.
Oh, that's what they call it.
But
is it
only
good?
referring to it as.
But the only person
is
that
it good?
prescribes the medicine to you is
only.
I don't know the difference between
only medicine
psychologists
I need comes out of my headphones. It's the only medicine I need.
Music.
I'm
not gonna tell that lie. I'm not gonna tell that lie. Until I get this body right, I gotta take my blood pressure medicine, or I'll be at risk of stroke. So
let's talk about toxic traits. Procrastination is a killer. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay,
thanks, Mike.
Okay, it is. It can be. And you mentioned that earlier about yourself and your own things. You did.
Oh, yeah. Are we deflecting? Are we deflecting?
No, I'm not. No. I'm not in any way deflecting. I own up to it. I own up to it.
Right though.
I own up to it. But he mentioned procrastinating in his own dreams and things, but he'll have other people succeed in theirs.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not deflecting at all, even though I do deflect.
He's just throwing a little bit of shade.
That's it. Don't come
for
me again.
Just a tiny palm tree.
Don't come to me again at the end of the podcast.
He's a deflector. He's a deflector.
I'm not a deflector. No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
He is
I know you are, but what about James? I know you are, but what am I?
Okay. All right, y'all.
Jonathan is joining the conversation now.
Jonathan, what's going on, sir? All right, y'all. So look, we've covered a lot of freaking ground. A lot of ground.
Ground that you can only cover when you have wings. Like, What? I don't know.
What? So last comment. I can't stand procrastinating. Life goes by, and what I have accomplished. Where's the thrill in that? I call that a stagnant sabbatical.
Procrastinating.
I like your choice of words there. Stagnant sabbatical. I'm pretty sure somebody named their child sabbatical.
Oh, trust and believe it's a sabbatical walking
There's a
this earth
sabbatical
somewhere.
walking around the world.
Probably a stagnant too. I know Lamar's.
Bleep, 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 bleep. That's all.
Listen. But yeah, I think we covered a lot of ground. I think we discovered a lot of things about ourselves. Hopefully, it's some stuff that we can reflect on when we're with ourselves. Some things that we can reflect on with each other to try to strengthen our. And this is not just for our friendship circle, but those of you who are watching us as well. Things that we can do to strengthen our friendships with some of our best friends, family members, and even work associates and things of that nature, to realize that it's not always the other person. Sometimes it really is us.
Troy says all of you need a timeout. What do you need a timeout for?
I don't need a timeout.
What's that going to help me with?
I need it right now. Just
No, I need a vacation.
I'm about to say, I need time off.
Right, time off.
I need time off. You know what I'm saying?
I take both.
You got
take
72 days till my birthday. I need some time off.
74 here. But we want to thank everybody that did take the time to tune in. That either it was for a minute or the whole podcast.
Hey, who friend is Berea?
Mine.
Okay.
So this is actually Jermaine's cousin.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was about to say who's Jamaica.
Wow. Jermaine, he's sorry if you happen to watch this. He's so sorry. Lord have mercy.
Jermaine was the one there that was reading the library last time.
All right, so we're done. Make sure you all tune in next month, second Saturday.
I'm about to say next Saturday we got another one. I
Nah.
can't think this hard.
Next month we will be talking about real church hurt.
Church hurt?
Next month is real church hurt. We have a special.
I might have to have somebody stand in for me on that one because I might not have no job no more.
I cannot do. We have a special guest, Pastor Jeffrey Hall from Birmingham, Alabama.
We're bringing a pastor in.
Yeah.
Y'all might want to have a substitute for me.
Nah, you good. You gonna be here.
Y'all know how I feel about it.
Nah, you gonna be here. You gonna be here. That's why we need you. We need the difference in opinion. So tune just
you will see how objective I am next week.
Baby, listen.
Next show.
Bring your
We'll
Bibles.
talk about that.
Please
Bring your Bibles.
Please don't. Please don't. If you bring out a Bible while you sit next to me, I might burst into flames.
I'll have 3 versions of the Bible. King
James,
James.
go get the fire extinguisher. You ain't gonna tell him not to pull out no Bible.
I ain't scared of this non-human man.
That is the word.
Listen, y'all, we about to get out of here. Y'all have a great Saturday.
Yes.
Enjoy the rest of your evening. We'll
Yes.
see you all second Saturday in March for episode number 3. Oh my God!
Yes, and shout out to those celebrating Valentine's Day this weekend. Be safe, be aware. Don't go out there and do anything too crazy. Shout out to the people that are celebrating Signal Awareness Day. Shout out to y'all too, because
Oh, another one. Oh,
we know y'all need something.
I cannot. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good night.
Good night.
No love.
Good night.
See you, Jay.